All of your life, you have never finished what you started. Whether it was a business idea, whether it was a habit you were trying to pick up, whether you're trying to stay in a gym, every single time you start, you stop. This is because you are not consistent. Consistency is probably the most important thing of anything in life you want to do. So if you have no consistency, I'm here to help you, because I've been in that same position before. Hey, I still even mess up sometimes, and I want to tell you how to really concretely start something and finish something without giving up, without losing motivation, without losing discipline, and how to really finish everything you start. It's about to be April since I'm starting recording this video, and that list that you have that you made in the beginning of the year, how many boxes have you checked off? On that vision board, how many things have came true? So let me tell y'all about consistency. It's not about motivation. It's not about discipline. When y'all think about this, let this all slide out the door. The more you try to force something, to force this identity of consistency into your habits, the more you'll be chasing something. The whole thing about, being consistent at something is not forcing anything. It's about systems, identity, and emotional mastery. Once you fix these three things, I'm telling you, consistency isn't going to be a problem for y'all anymore. And stay till the last bit of the video. I give some tips where you can start right now on how to get started, but let's hop right into it. Your identity is the main issue why you can't stay consistent. This is because your actions is not aligning with your subconscious mind and who you are. So everyone has a self-image. Everybody should know what a self-image is, and if you don't, it's just how you perceive yourself. So it's how you perceive yourself, how other people perceive you, and how you think other people perceive you. So automatically, you subconsciously act how you think you act. So what does that mean? So if I think I have a bad memory, I will have a bad memory subconsciously. It's something in my mind is just like, oh, he's telling me I don't need to do this, so I won't do it, kind of thing. So if you tell yourself you're bad at something, you won't get good at it. It doesn't make any sense, right? So because in order to even work towards a goal, you have to believe not that you're not good at it, but you're learning it, right? So personally in my life, I have never worked towards a goal and thought the whole entire time I was so bad at something. You know what I'm saying? I never really truly believed that, because in order to really learn something, and if you've ever learned something and really got really good at it, you were confident. You know what I'm saying? If you were really good at it, you're not thinking I'm bad at it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if I was really good at playing games, like really good, I'm in the top 10 in the country. That man is not thinking he's bad at the game, because his mind is aligned with reality. You must envision it first in your mind, and then reality comes. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's created, everything that you see around you, first it started in someone's mind, and then it came into real life. So if I say I want to be good at something, why would I say I'm bad at it first and then try to accomplish the goal? I'll get discouraged before I even start. I've already lost. It's like going to the fight thinking you lost. You're going to lose. Not one great champion have ever said, I'm so bad at this, going to the fight, and has won. You see the interviews, you see, Mike Tyson, you see, Conor McGregor, and, they talk about this, they like to have the supreme confidence about themselves, you know what I'm saying? And this is because their subconscious mind, or their conscious mind as well, aligns with the reality. Now, why is this? Why might you feel like you keep saying to yourself, I'm so bad at this, I can't do it? It usually has to do with your past and your past traumas or whatever you went through. A lot of times, a lot of people stay poor because they have limiting beliefs and just a poor mindset. You know what I'm saying? So because they've been so conditioned to believe that they must pinch every penny and they must make money stretch. And these kind of things are limiting beliefs, because if you cannot see a way of, if you cannot see abundance, you'll never have it. It's like a person that goes into their minimum wage job and they keep saying, oh, I'm going to win, I'm going to be a millionaire one day. And you don't do nothing about it. They're not working towards anything. Your subconscious mind doesn't believe it, because your actions have to meet your subconscious mind. It's a two-way street, right? So, just to sum this point up, they both have to align, your thoughts and your actions. And we're going to get into more of that, of how to do that in a second. In order to shift these kind of actions, y'all have to start acting as if you are already in that position, right? So if, say, for example, I want to be a motivational speaker, If I want to do that today, I would change my Instagram bio to motivational speaker. I would, someone asks me what I do. The first thing I might lead with, I'm a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying? Even, most people aren't going to challenge you on that, because even if you don't have any content yet, but you should start living it. You know what I'm saying? You should start living in that kind of reality already. And this has to do with consistency, because this all powers you to stay consistent. Because a dream will always stay so I keep touching my mic. A dream will always stay a dream if you just keep it in your head. You know what I'm saying? But when it becomes reality is when it's out there. People know it. You're telling people, you're moving different, you're breathing different. You're waking up and you feel a certain kind of way. That's the only way you're going to be able to really bring anything out into the real life. It was by being consistent at it, by being who you say you're going to be. If I wanted to lose weight, if I wanted to get really in shape, beyond just knowing what kind of workouts I'm doing, beyond knowing what the diet regimen is, I'm acting as if I'm already fit. I'm getting up in the morning and going straight to the gym. I'm eating right. I'm already envisioning, going to the beach, knowing that I'm that man, knowing that I'm trying to, be a fitness guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying the clothes, even though that has nothing to do with getting slim, right? You don't have to buy any clothes to, get fit. But I'm buying the athletic wear. I'm doing things that people, with that's actually fit are doing. Maybe even if you want to take a step farther, stop like that little $10 membership that you got at Planet Fitness. Maybe you need to actually go to LA Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Because or even like a private gym, because those kind of things are going to trick your subconscious into being like, oh, like he's really about that. Like we are already that person. So it's going to keep you engaged way longer than just, dragging it out, going to the gym at 11 p.m. once or twice every week. You know what I'm saying? Where you're not really in it. You have to really breathe it. You have to live it. So systems are sustainable. Motivation is temporary. Let's just get out there. Motivation, even I'd say the discipline now is becoming temporary, because you can be disciplined. Discipline just means that, like, you can have the willpower. You know what I'm saying? Willpower, it can be this similar to being motivated. It's temporary. You know what I'm saying? You're not always going to feel the same way every single day. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But what I will tell you, a system will never leave you, because a system that's just that. It's a system. It's always going to stay the same. No matter if it's raining, if it's sunny outside, a system is going to stick. If you're relying on motivation, you're going to have emotional burnout. You know what I'm saying? It might not happen the first week, might not happen the first 2 weeks, but eventually it's going to run out. And what do you have after that? And it might be discipline, but you might run out of that too, because if you don't have concrete things in place for you to stay on top of your shit. So you might be saying, all right, well, what are you saying? Okay, I don't have motivation, I don't have willpower, I don't have discipline. So what do I use? And what does systems mean? Systems can be, is simply just like routines, I would say. And knowing you should have cues for it. You should have cues like alarms or preps, some type of, like, for example, at the gym, right? People prep their food. You know what I'm saying? So they don't even have to get into doing the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already done. It's a system. It's already in place. They know what they're going to eat Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They already have it in place. They prep their meal for the entire week. So they don't have to even think about, oh man, wait, what if I want to eat this or eat that? It's already in place for them. You want to make sure that you are, already 5 steps ahead. You're already 5 steps ahead of yourself. So another thing is, I know we love to have super huge dreams, super huge goals. And what I will say is a very important thing to do is maybe sometimes break those goals down. So maybe you want to do 100 push-ups a day. You know what I'm saying? But I think maybe it's important to, like, sometimes do 10, do 20. Just break it down, because sometimes if we have a huge goal that we're not prepared to meet yet, it can be very discouraging. You know what I'm saying? Because say for example, I'm trying to do 100K subscribers in a few days. If I don't meet that, my whole identity is already into that goal. And if I don't meet that goal, I'll be discouraged and I will give up. You know what I'm saying? I might be motivated, like, yeah, I could do it. But if I don't meet that that big goal that you made for yourself, I'll give up. And that's another thing about yourself. You have to treat yourself right. You have to really put these things in place for you to understand. And it's like a reward. You know what I'm saying? You should have little goals as well, little goals to meet, so you don't burn out. So if you stuck to this last point, I want to say congratulations, y'all made it. This is the actual biggest point of the video. I really want to get across to y'all. It's something that you can do now. It's something that I feel like a lot of people might overlook, and it's not as simple. So if y'all stay to the end and y'all really appreciate this kind of content, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because I really do feel passionate about this. I really want y'all to understand how to understand your mind, and that's what I'm here for, and really get into self-mastery and emotional mastery and all that. But let's just hop right into it. So last one I got for y'all is your nervous system is dysregulated. You're not lazy, you're stuck in survival mode. So if you guys are suffering from anxiety, brain fog, or depression, anything kind of mental prisons like that, that is going to kill your follow through every single time. Now, that's why I say you're not lazy, because a lot of times these kind of mental prisons can really stop you from your growth. It can scare you. The fear can take over, or not even fear, just the emotional turmoil might overcome you, and it can suffocate you. So I stress this point so much because I'm a mindset coach, and this is why I specialize in emotional mastery and anxiety and the depression and brain fog, because I suffer through those things as well. And once you get past that point of these kind of elements, the doors open up, the windows open, the sun comes in, and I'm telling you, you must heal. Because if you don't heal, you'll be battling this. You'll need to fight 10 times harder than the average person that doesn't deal with these kind of things. The person that already healed through all these ailments. And the first thing I say to do is start journaling. Start understanding yourself. Start being self-aware. That is the first key to unlocking your growth and your healing process. Because a lot of people are walking through life blindfolded basically about themselves, because they don't know why they are the way they are. They don't know why they act the way they act. You don't just have anxiety or depression or brain fog just because things have caused these things. And if you're walking around like you don't understand them, you're at a disadvantage, is what I'm trying to tell you. So the first point is to understand why you are the way you are. You don't have to be suffering from these things either. It's just understand who you are. That is the first tip to really unlocking consistency and discipline. And you can also do breath work. As a matter of fact, just get your body moving. If you've never done anything like this before, go to the gym, go on walks, go on runs. That's all a meditation in itself. Your mind needs safety before it can start regulating. Your brain needs to understand that you are okay. Why is it when people went through in history, let's say all slavery and just terrible natural disasters, there was no art, there was no crazy billionaires or like a lot of people that had money or anything like that? And it's because we can't focus on that kind of stuff if we don't feel safe. What happened when people started to flourish? Let's say the Renaissance, where we had beautiful artworks and beautiful stuff like that. Even the philosophers and stuff like that, a lot of them came out when they were doing okay for themselves. And what I mean doing okay is survive, like beyond survival. Just their survival needs were met, so they could have more time to your brain to focus on other things. Because if you don't feel safe, your brain can't focus on how you going to get out of, how you going to 10 years from now, how you going to have a mansion. Your brain cannot possibly function on that, because your brain is worried about how are you going to get to tomorrow. And that's why a lot of people stay in poverty. It's because they are always looking to the next day. They're living check to check. They're living bill to bill. So until you get that checked, you will be dealing with a lot of issues like that. The main takeaway from this video is consistency isn't about being more disciplined. It's about becoming the version of yourself that doesn't need any, and what you do with that. Fix the identity, build the system, and regulate the nervous system. So that's about it, y'all. I'm a mindset coach. My name is Saint. I run Saint Sanctuary. If you guys, want to book a call with me, I offer calls to really dive deep into, maybe you don't know how to start digging into your past and understanding why you are the way you are. I'll link, like a little call in the description, and we can hop on, no pressure, and we can get a conversation started. So if y'all enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if anybody that's struggling with that. I'm gonna see you on the next video.